EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the New York Jets. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. In motion right, that's Wilson. Play action. It's Fields. Catch made right side by Wilson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Play action here on the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early, and they pick up a quick first down.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints up.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down.
Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And that will be incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So on fourth down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver.
And this will be taken at the 13.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
This quick pass complete to Sutton.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And third and 8 now.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to punt.
As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's Williams to return. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And the Jets will take over. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Pat Surtain getting down from his corner spot to make that play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Ball again on second down.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's good. First and 10 at the 20.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 27.
On first and 10, it's home.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Ball again on second down.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now Fields. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third.
Back to throw, Fields. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
So on comes a field goal unit for the Jets. Here's Nick Folk. A 33-yarder from the left hash.
Folk's kick is good.
And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3 and
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3 and out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Dowdens.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Nix. That is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
To throw is Nix. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. On the return is Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Fields now to throw. Flushed that way. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On play action, Fields.
On the move to his left. Powering his way forward. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Ball again on 2nd down. It's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 4. On the counter, it's Hall. And he gets it down to the 32. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's Hall again.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of of scrimmage, but that's all. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's Fields.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Denver's offense now set to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. On play action, here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
8 yards.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Off the play fake, Nix.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Fields. He'll get this to Lazard. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And a completion to Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Hall on a give up the middle. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Fields. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Denver's offense ready to go again. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. There was Will McDonald bursting in there and making that play.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Nix to the air. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's pulled in at the 32. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Fields.
And completes it to Wilson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Fields.
That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
A play fake. Now Fields to throw. Got a man. That's Lazard. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
23-yard line.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Fields. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Looking to throw. Fields. Throwing for the out route. He finds Wilson.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
It's a gain of 11.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Will McDonald on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Throwing Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And the Broncos, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now it's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's first and 10.
To throw, here's Nix.
And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Nix looking to throw again. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10.
Here's Nix. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will tie us at 3-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Now Fields.
They'll find Reynolds over the middle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
It's 2nd and inches at the Broncos' 49-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Fields now to throw. This pass out wide to Hall.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
A final shot before the break. Fields. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not?
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
The Folks' kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they're on the losing end of things here. What do they need to do if they're going to turn things around, CD?
Partner, it's awfully close to being a must drive here, I think, for them, because I think a touchdown here in this opening drive is something they absolutely have to have. They only managed 3 points in the first half. They know that's not going to get it done. So without adding pressure to them, they already know the stakes. They need a touchdown here to get things started.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
To throw is Nix.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
First and 10.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
What a juke into space. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
46 yards for J.K. Dobbins. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Jets 6.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And they can't bring him down. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain.
Ball again on second down.
And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Here's Fields. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Riley Moss able to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. And taken right on the 30. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
73 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking in the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively.
He'll get that complete to Franklin.
That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Nix.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Back to throw. Fields. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Wilson's got it complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. Oh, good move. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new. It worked there. One play action. Fields. Open man is the tight end, Mason Taylor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Here's a give the ball. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Fields. And that is incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Off the play fake. Nix. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. A give up the middle to Dobbins. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
A handoff running left is Dobbins.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A huge play there for Denver. And even 40 yards.
Aaron Glenn has made the decision. He wants another look. Out comes a challenge flag.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Taking it about the 16. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And New York set to take the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Rolling to his left. Big yardage there on the scramble, and gets him the 1st down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground, because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
Out of the gun, Fields. Pass over the middle, tipped, but he still brings it in. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, it sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a completion to Wilson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Give to Hall running right.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Throwing on 2nd down, Fields.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Fields, such an athletic quarterback, gets him the 1st.
They were backed up behind the sticks, but he still found a way to make that 1st down happen. That's the kind of fight every coach hopes his franchise quarterback has in him. Look a tough situation like that in the eye and come up with a solution on the spot.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Alan Lazard, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. We've got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Looking to put a drive together. Nix to the air. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Throwing Nix. Got a man open, it's Sutton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 3.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. 13-all our score as we start quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw, here's Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what, 3rd down, all you're thinking is, what can we do to keep this drive going to get enough yardage to move the sticks? You're certainly not thinking about taking this one almost the length of the field. But that's exactly what happens here. What a play, and what a change of fortunes.
Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled for just a short gain.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Dobbins. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Called a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
An 18-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Looking to put a drive together. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. They're really good move. He only gets about a yard, and it brings up second down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Benito coming in there to record the sack. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Well, he's going up top for Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
On play action, here's Nix. He'll be taken down. The Jets get him there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback, and you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Second down and 8. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And the Jets set to take the field. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Fields now to throw. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. Here's Nix. Quickly into the hands of Mims. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Now it's Nix.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't happen at contract time.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 79 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The Jets take over.
So now Justin Fields and the Jets
Down 16-13, 2:24 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
First and 10, it's Hall. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll go again with Hall.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you you're eager, you come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy by the 4th about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He'll get this to Lazard. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Now Fields. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's 2nd down. Here's Fields.
They'll find Reynolds over the middle. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
At the 29-yard line.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. All eyes on Fields.
Got a man, that's Lazard. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
All right, they picked up yardage, but they've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it. They've got 1 timeout left, want to save it.
At the 6-yard line.
Now 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Back to throw. Fields. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, That one fell incomplete.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. Folks, kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he'd better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Let's get this point.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And not a whole lot there, maybe 3 yards on 1st down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime because neither one got an advantage today.
So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. Looking to put a drive together. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And this is a touchdown. Now it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes his legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
And how about that? In a game that's had just about everything, how's that for an answer? Remember, in the past, this game would be over already. But that's a huge play there to give him a fighting chance to go down and possibly tie this game.
To throw is Fields. They'll find Lazard here over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time. You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10. Sometimes the emotion, the excitement, because of that.
They need a matching touchdown here to keep their hopes alive. Here's second down. And he's going to get into the end zone. They respond with a touchdown of their own. And now decision time. Down by 1 here at OT.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Full connects on the extra point. And that will tie the ball game.
The game at 23 all.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Broncos about set to go on offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Each team's had it in overtime, so next score wins. Here's second down. To throw is Nix.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Here's 2nd and 7. running out of the gun. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 169 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
Sauce Gardner, he got downhill quickly and stuck him behind the line of scrimmage.
He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Nix. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it.
Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and it certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well. And always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time, and let's go ahead and get ready for our next one, right? I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started now.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say cheerio from London.